ਸਾਲ 2024 ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣ ਨੂੰ ਆਇਆ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ BC ਦੇ ਟੂਰਿਜ਼ਮ, ਆਰਟਸ, ਕਲਚਰ ਅਤੇ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਸੈਕਟਰਸ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਸਾਲ ਅਹਿਮ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਸਥਾਨਕ ਤਿਉਹਾਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਲੋਬਲ ਖੇਡ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਤੱਕ ਸੂਬੇ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ, ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਬੰਧਿਤ ਮੰਤਰਾਲੇ ਤੋਂ ਸਵਾਲ ਕੀਤੇ।
2024 has been a great year for BC tourism. I think we're almost to the levels we were at pre-COVID, and those were great years. Of course, most recently, people will remember the huge impact of the Taylor Swift concert, but also we've had incredible conference growth, hotel rooms filled up, great sport opportunities. For Canada-wide, the Grey Cup was an important one, getting people from across Canada to come in. But there have been major concerts at BC Place, for example. I think one of the first Punjabi artists to sell out the whole stadium. These are kind of things that make us proud, make us glad to be here in BC.
ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਹਰਬਰਟ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਸੂਬੇ ਨੇ ਟੇਲਰ ਸਵਿਫਟ ਦੇ ਐਰਾ ਸਟੋਰ ਜਿਹੇ ਕਈ ਵੱਡੇ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਸਟ ਕੀਤਾ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਬਣਨ ਲਈ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਤਾਦਾਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਭਰ ਤੋਂ ਵੈਨਕੂਵਰ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਸਨ।
One people will remember most closely, because it happened just recently, was the Taylor Swift concerts, and that was over about $157 million in GDP growth in Metro Vancouver. And you had people staying out in the valley, on the islands, traveling in. We had probably 70% of the people came internationally. We had Taylor Swift, we had the Canucks, we had Cirque du Soleil, all very close together. But if you were down there, there was a lot of people, but being able to get home on transit was easy. They planned it out really well. There was no safety issues. It kind of showcased the best of what we can do. And so I think it was a nice trial run for the World Cup that's coming up.
BC ਅਗਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਇਨਵਿਕਟਸ ਗੇਮਸ ਅਤੇ 2026 ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ FIFA ਵਰਲਡ ਕੱਪ ਦੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ BC ਪਲੇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਫਰਾਸਟ੍ਰਕਚਰ ਅਪਗ੍ਰੇਡਸ ਲਈ ਨਿਵੇਸ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ, ਤਾਂ ਜੋ FIFA ਦੇਖਣ ਦੇ ਚਾਹਵਾਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਨੁਭਵ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਸਕੇ।
The more we can be ahead of the curve as opposed to responding, the better. So looking at World Cup, how do we make sure that when we have folks coming here, that we're not only getting folks to celebrate and enjoy the sport, but also looking at maybe they can come back and invest. People may see sport and they may see a big show, and why are you supporting this? It's because it's about the economy. Because it's about jobs, and it's because it's great fun too. But let's not forget that there's that really important economic side behind the fun. We've invested both in Invictus, but we also invested in World Cup because we see the community benefit. People want to play soccer. They want to watch soccer. And so if we can use that as an opportunity to showcase BC and Vancouver specifically, more people will come here.
ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਹਰਬਰਟ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੰਤਰਾਲੇ ਨੇ ਡਾਇਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਅਤੇ ਇਨਕਲੂਸਿਵਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਦਿਆਂ ਅਨੇਕਾਂ ਮਲਟੀਕਲਚਰਲ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਵੀ ਆਯੋਜਿਤ ਕੀਤੇ ਸਨ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੂਬੇ ਦੀ ਆਰਥਿਕਤਾ ਤੇ ਡੂੰਘਾ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵ ਪਾਇਆ ਹੈ।
We've done a big work to make sure that equity, diversity, inclusion are wedded into everything we do. In doubling the investments in arts and culture, we've made it possible that we can actually get funding, whether through grants, through community support, so that we can celebrate that great diversity. And everything from, Lunar New Year to Diwali to, indigenous celebrations in culture, reconciliation, weaving those into community events as well. So it's not just separate for that community, but it's a celebration that everyone can participate in. And that's led to more jobs, that's led to more festivals, more events. And I think it's the right thing to do. It's not just the symphony anymore, but you can get out to the Bhangra concert, you can get out to Cantopop, you can get out to, there's a lot to celebrate in this province.
ਇਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਦੇ ਚੱਲਦਿਆਂ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਹਰਬਰਟ ਤੋਂ ਭਾਰਤ ਅਤੇ ਚੀਨ ਜਿਹੇ ਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਅੰਤਰਰਾਸ਼ਟਰੀ ਸੈਲਾਨੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਪਰਤਣ ਲਈ ਆਕਰਸ਼ਿਤ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ
the best is yet to come for travel internationally. I think we've certainly been supporting YVR because, of course, if you want to travel from China or India, you have to come by air. And that means we have to find that way to get that direct flight in particular. So we've had announcements about new flights from Shanghai, coming soon, Beijing. We're looking at the Philippines as well. I think India, we have some challenges because of the Russian airspace, and the direct flights through that area make it a little bit more challenging, but hopefully we can get back to that as well.
ਮੰਤਰੀ ਹਰਬਰਟ ਨੇ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ 2025 BC ਦੇ ਟੂਰਿਜ਼ਮ, ਆਰਟਸ, ਕਲਚਰ ਅਤੇ ਸਪੋਰਟਸ ਦੇ ਖੇਤਰ ਲਈ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਸਾਬਿਤ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ।
I'm feeling really hopeful for 2025. Of course, you know, we'll see. There's all sorts of global things that can come and can change, but the indicators show that at least it should be a very good year for tourism. We had a record-breaking year for cruise ships this last year. Let's hope we can keep that going because that's great for business. Adding more flights from the Philippines, from China, from other jurisdictions, that is really going to help as well. But also just, I think, having both World Cup coming, but of course having Invictus, the Junos coming to Vancouver as well. There's so much to be looking forward to.
Rashmeen Rupal, OMNI News, Vancouver.